What is going on, folks? It is Rigor Mortis. We are back with yet another video this evening. First of all, I want to say, guys, thank you guys so much for all the support that you've showed me on the channel. It's been absolutely great. I do want to mention really quickly, I'm going to be really busy in these next 5 weeks or so. So the uploads are going to be a little bit strange. I'm going to try to upload at least a few times a week for you guys. If any news comes out, of course, I'm going to try to cover that as best I can, but it is going to be a little bit weird. The uploads are not going to be as consistent. They're going to be a little sporadic, but just hang on tight with me. I promise you guys, after this 5 weeks are done, I'm going to get right back to it, where I'm trying to upload at least once a day, maybe sometimes even twice or 3 times a day. But it's going to be a little bit weird for the next 5 weeks. But I appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown me on the channel. What I want to do today is talk about a couple of SPACs that we started looking at earlier this week, as well as an old one, THCB, that we've been in for a while now. If you're new around here, please subscribe and join the family. We're growing super fast. It's absolutely crazy around here. A thumbs up is greatly appreciated so this video can get out to more people, and a comment down below, as always, is my favorite thing about YouTube. Might not be able to get to all of your guys' comments because I'm going to be really busy these days, but I know somebody down there will definitely answer your questions if you have them. Anyway, let's talk about a couple of these SPAC plays that we're in. Tuscan Holdings is going to be the first one, ticker symbol THCB. What the heck is going on here? So I'm just going to give you guys a small recap. These guys are trying to merge with Microvast, which is a leader in the EV battery EV battery space, and they have quite a grip on the market compared to some of the other battery plays, which I'm not in personally, such as RMG and QuantumScape. I think that Microvast is even better than those two, but that's just my personal opinion. Of course, go out and do your own research and make your own informed decisions and opinions. So Tuscan Holdings THCB is trying to merge with this crazy battery company, and all we have so far is a letter of intent. Of course, when it comes to SPACs, letters of intent don't really mean much, but for a company like Microvast and THCB to have a letter of intent, that drives enough hype for this thing to be sitting at almost $14. Of course, if we look at the 5-day chart, we have seen some crazy fluctuations here. We started off at $15 and around 50 cents there, and we've fallen since then about 10% all the way down to $13.89. Of course, today we did see a little bit of $14 action, and as well as in after hours today, we did see, again, it touched $14 there. So what do I think about this company? I think this is just a waiting game, guys. We need to figure out whether or not this letter of intent is going to turn into a definitive agreement. If it does, we're all going to be very happy. And if things fall through and the merger doesn't go through, then of course you can bet this thing is probably going to ride its way down to $10, and very quickly for that matter. Now, what am I doing when it comes to this stock? Of course, this is not financial advice, folks. This is just the plays that I'm in, and I'm just hoping to educate you guys a little bit so you guys can go out there and make your own informed decisions. When it comes to THCB, I'm just kind of waiting, folks. I'm not adding to my position at this point at $13.89. If the DA were to come out, we're going to look at this and think it was the cheapest price ever. If it doesn't come out and the merger just kind of falls through, then we're going to be like, oh crap, why'd I buy at $13.89? So this one's just a waiting game for me. I think I'm happy with the way that I entered into this stock. My position is my cost basis is much lower than what the price is right now, so I'm very happy about that. I'm not adding to my position. I'm not taking away from my position. I'm just waiting for the definitive agreement. And probably between now and then, I'm not going to do anything to this. I'm not going to sell anything, and I'm not going to buy any more because I'm really not sure, and I'm not willing to invest any more of my money when I know the risk and reward ratio. Of course, everybody's different, but I just wanted to give you guys my 2 cents about this one. I'm already in it. I'm happy about my cost basis. I'm just holding on. EXPC is next, Experience Investment Corp, ticker symbol EXPC. So this is actually a play that we started earlier this week. Of course, if you don't know, this company is merging with Blade, which is a helicopter service company, kind of like Uber for the skies, essentially. They're operating in busy areas of the Northeast United States as well as India, with plans to expand in the Western United States as well as Asia. I think this play is still a good one, in my opinion. Again, not a financial advisor. It's sitting at $10.66. So what you need to ask yourself is this: if you go out and do your research on Blade and you figure out, hey, this company looks pretty solid to me, this thing is sitting at $10.66. I think there's crazy upside to it because I think there still is. What am I willing to do? If we look at the price action here, it was kind of boring throughout the day today, and then out of nowhere and after hours, it shot up to $10.60, and now we're at $10.92. So there's a little bit of movement here. I still think that we're waiting for that big pop. Of course, if you do look at when the definitive agreement was came out, it went up to $11.64, and then this thing just kind of went back down. For me, guys, this one, I mean, it depends on how the price moves, but I like this company long term, so I'll probably be in it for a while. They really have crazy prospects for 2024 and 2025. I mean, they're talking about revolutionizing the helicopter space by making an EV helicopter, which is absolutely insane. You got to remember that these guys do more than just transportation of people. They are the leader in the Northeast United States in terms of organ transport as well. So it makes me super interested in a stock like this. I still think at $10.66, or I guess we should say $10.92 now after hours, this thing is still cheap in my opinion, and I would not be unhappy with myself if I had to add to my position at this price. Of course, I bought in a ton earlier this week, so I'm pretty good with the amount of shares that I have and my cost basis. But if I was looking to get into a company like this and I saw that there was a 92-cent risk at this point, or even a 66-cent, I mean, it depends on how we open on Monday as well. But I still think the risk is pretty negligible at this point. Of course, that being said, this thing could easily fall back down to around $10.30. So you just got to kind of play it how you think would be best for your portfolio personally. But I still think it's a great play, and I think we have a crazy opportunity here. Last but not least, I want to talk about THBR, Thunder Bridge Acquisition, ticker symbol THBR. These guys are merging with Indie Semiconductors, which is a semiconductor company, obviously, that kind of has their hands in a whole bunch of EV related plays. So I'm really interested in this company as well. Of course, go out and do your own research about it. At $10.50, which is pretty much what we closed at, and after hours we're at $10.60. To be quite honest with you guys, I'm kind of curious as to why this thing hasn't absolutely blown up yet. Because if you see, after the DA was announced, it went up to $11.46, and then since then we've just kind of been slowly climbing down. Now we're at $10.50. So I think this thing is primed to pop as well. At $10.50, my personal opinion, again, not a financial advisor, I think this thing is still pretty cheap. I am looking and I'm waiting. I'm thinking that these two plays in EXPC and THBR might be a little bit slower of a climb as people start to pile in a little bit. Maybe it's going to be a little bit slower than most of our other SPAC plays, but I think as we approach that merger deadline, or the merger date, I should say, I think we are going to start seeing a rise in this company, as long as we don't hear anything bad, or no serious bad news or anything like that for both EXPC and THBR. But they're both sitting below $11, and you guys know the name of the game when it comes to SPACs. They start out at $10 essentially, and the risk is anything above $10 if the merger doesn't go through. That's all I have for you guys today. What I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are you guys' thoughts about these three plays? THCB, EXPC, THBR. You guys could have completely different opinions than me, and that is completely fine. That's what the comments are for, so we can go through and discuss some of these plays. I still think that most of these are pretty solid plays. THCB being the most risky play, but the one that potentially has the most reward, and these other two potentially a slow climbers, but could potentially pay out here in the near and long-term future. So let me know what you guys think down below. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new around here. A thumbs up is greatly appreciated, and a comment down below is my favorite thing about YouTube. Again, the uploads are going to be a little funky for the next couple weeks, and I apologize about that, but just hang on with me and we'll get through it. Peace out, folks.